What's going on, everybody? Applersky back with another Indian the Great Circle video. Sorry it's taken me so long to put out number 2, but with Easter and everything, I just really didn't have the time. This is a lengthier one, and I had to scrub through a lot of footage. So, with that being said, we're in Vatican City, and before that, we got to do kind of this intro about like sneaking into the Vatican City. So, but there is quite a few things you can collect in this area too. First thing being that map. But yeah, before we get into it, I just wanted to say, if you like what I'm doing here, if you're new or maybe this is your second video, consider subscribing and smash the like button to help the algorithm, please. It has been helping. I've been getting more likes lately, so just let's try to get this video to 20 likes. We'll start low. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back into it. So pick up that letter, the key you just seen back there. Kind of like hard to miss collectibles, but they do count. So just through this section, you're going to want to try to find as many collectibles as possible. Also, there's a couple of combat trophies that we're going to knock out here in this first start in Vatican City. Really, like, I played this on PC originally, and like I was blown away by how good this looks. Like, yeah, Marshall College was one thing, but actually getting into like the open world aspect of it really kind of like threw me for a loop. And even still, it looks just as good on PS5. So knock that guy out once you get into this room and pick up that Punch Out book. Now remember, the adventure books, they don't unlock the ability right away, and I don't read it right here, but there's a part which shows the trophy popping when I do. So grab all the money you can, every thing that you come across, grab it money wise, and then here after you grab this note, if you look to the left, there's a fly swatter on this bed. Now grab that and carry it with you as long as you have to, because there's a trophy for smacking someone with a fly swatter. Now I don't come across enemies for quite a while, so it's kind of irritating that you can't like stow a weapon. Like if you go to like climb or even open a door, it'll drop it. So I don't know why they need to add that in an update to where you could stow like smaller one-handed weapons, just one of them, at least, so you don't have to keep like. There is a way around it that you can like throw the weapon. Like if you need to climb up somewhere, you can like throw it up there, but it's not perfect and it's a little bit of an annoyance to do. Kind of reminds me of Star Wars Outlaws, where like you pick up a sniper rifle and then like climb up to a sniping point, and then you just didn't have the weapon. Well, they fixed that, but they need to fix it in this game too. So open that drawer, grab the bullets, grab the money, all while retaining the fly swatter. See, like he stows it there when you go to pick up objects. I don't know why there wasn't an option to just stow it permanently. So here's the enemy. Smack him, whap. Then you'll get the pest control trophy, and then proceed to knock him out with it. It broke, so gotta use fists. Knocked out. Yeah, imagine the humility of getting hit with a fly swatter during a fist fight. I mean, it'd probably hurt. I've been hit with them before, like as a joke, girlfriends and whatnot, but it's just kind of funny. Had to have been a trophy, right, for that weapon specifically. So up here, this is the main path you have to take. Beautiful vista. Now, what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be looking for a guitar. There's another trophy for hitting somebody with a guitar, which you seen me do earlier, but that wasn't actually a guitar. It was like a mandolin or some sort of other stringed weapon. But you have this one specific. It has to be an actual guitar. which you can see in the distance. There's one right there. You're gonna wanna, yeah, this is really the only thing you need to grab right here. Um, and it's not too long till we find an enemy. It looks kind of ugly. Wish it would have been a little more cinematic on how it looks, but still got the trophy. There's also a trophy like later that you'll get for, because each region has different foods native to that area, and there's a trophy for eating one specific food in each like area. So here's the.
This guy looks like a wet noodle.
All right, that wasn't that bad. And there's the right note trophy for hitting somebody with a guitar. And before you leave here, don't forget to grab this comic book, Tales of Dread #1. Man, I wish that motorcycle was drivable. And then before leaving, don't forget to open this. It's not much, but like I said, every little bit helps. It's only $10. But early on, things are cheaper. It adds up too. Like, I think I have like 400, and yeah, up at the top right you can see 429. And this is how you get the trophy for reading your first adventure book, or unlocking an ability, I should say. I have 210 adventure points. It's only 25, and that gives you the trophy literary bug. Now in this section, a couple of key collectibles here you need to get. Bam! Oh my god. That was awesome. So grab the key, the captain's key. Don't put it back, actually collect it. And there's a gun here if you want to use that. I suggest not to. This is like highly stealth, And there's your next book, Lucky Hat, which comes in handy. Very, like, I don't unlock it here because I don't have enough adventure points, but it does come in handy if you get overwhelmed. It gives you like an ability where your hat, like, you get knocked out or whatever, knocked down, and you can kind of crawl to your hat and kind of classic indie fashion, put it back on, and start another like life from where you left off from there. So definitely something you're going to want to grab. And then once you get to this point, the gun's useless, like I said, because you can't bring anything with you. But you're going to drop down here, and there might be a guard here, or there might not. But in my case, I came across, there was a guard, and I kind of had to, a rake to the face. Yeah, just be wary, there might be a guard there. And then from here, it's kind of confusing right here, like where to go. But it's these steps right here, like they're kind of like hard to see a little bit in a way. But you're gonna need to go down this staircase. And then down in here, we're going to earn another combat-related trophy. See, I whip-cracked the guy. He dropped his weapon, and I picked it up. But then this other guy gets involved with the fight. So this trophy here is about, like, knocking out a guy. See, that wasn't the guy that I took the weapon from. So disarming a guy and knocking him out with it. And these clubs are pretty durable, so... Oh, and it broke on the last hit. Oh, slumped. And that's your own medicine trophy. And again, these combat trophies, you can do them wherever you want in the game, but I just decided to try to knock all of them out. I think I actually knock all of them out in this video. But there's Brawler number 1, another book. Just looking around, scouring the area. If you just scour the area like that, you know, you're gonna find a lot of collectibles on your own. That's why I don't show every collectible that I pick up, because it's just the video would be like an hour long for one section, maybe even longer. But here's your first brute. I'm gonna run up, heavy hit him with the bottle, and 2 strikes and he's done. And you're gonna come up here and you see Antonio, old friend of Indy's, procuring his way in, helping him to blend in. He gives you, so after the long cutscene, you'll have the clerical suit, so you blend in like as a priest. And then you come here, which is right down below his office, and you can start the first part of the main story mission, which is the stolen cat mummy. Use the guardian the guardian emblem that we picked up in the first part. And then so here you're gonna pick up this candle, kind of like a de facto torch, helps you see in the light or in the dark. And you can light these braziers with it to kind of like light up your path. I'm not going to show the whole mission, just so you can kind of get a gist of it and some collectibles that you might miss.
Whatever its purpose was, it's been abandoned for centuries.
Oh, you find your first ancient relic down here too on that table. That's important, because it unlocks the
Much older than anything.
I forget what it's called. It's not. It's a discovery. That's what it is. Riddles of the Ancients. So that's for like finding all the ancient relics in a given area, like given map. So there's 10 of them in the Vatican, and I don't even collect them all in this like part. Like I figured I'd come back for them. I'm gonna pick up this note here.
Eccentric.
I think this is story related. Kind of hard to miss. But yeah, so like I said in the previous video, there's I went ahead and collected everything in Marshall College because it wasn't very many things. But basically, the way it works in this game is that there's like so many collectibles that you could, if you wanted to collect them all on your first run, you could. Maybe, but you have to buy these pamphlets and like maps of each type of collectible. So you might not, unless you're very thorough, you might not have enough currency. And if it's your first time playing it, you probably want to kind of move the story along, because it's very, very good story, well written, everything. But I would suggest at least doing all the field work on your first time here. There's like 4 of them, I think. There's a total of 11, so 4 in one, 3 in another, and I think 4 in another, right? That makes 11. You're going to want to grab that map once you finish with that mission. Very key thing. I don't think you could really miss it, but if you do, this is where it's at. And now we're out, gonna go explore the open world. We want to sneak in here. There's a good amount of money in here, and some collectibles. That actually is kind of important because it opens up one of the field work called a Savage Discovery. It gives you a trophy for completing that. Sometimes like field work is given to you in different ways. Sometimes it kind of like automatically will pop in like during dialogue, But most of the time it's like a collectible or some sort of like story progress that you have to complete to open up that field work. And right here we get our first combination, which means there's some valuables in there, right? So if we go over to the desk here, there's look like a lottery ticket or a ticket stub, and it has the code on it. So 3852.
What's this?
So collect that and then try and go and log. I believe it's 3852, or it might be backwards. 5238. Yeah, it's. See, I had 3852 punched in, but it's actually the opposite. So 5238. And there it is. You got a book, Splinter Smash, and I think $80. So highly worthwhile opening that. Just don't get caught. Sometimes there's a guard that walks through there, but usually it's pretty like dead. And moving along, come to this point here. We got a nun yelling at these fascists to let the nuns and priests through the door. Just a nice little ambient like dialogue. But what we're gonna do here, there's a medicine bottle in this area. It's over here to the right. And if you grab that, it's going to start another new discovery, a remedy for all, where if you find 15 bottles of medicine, then you complete that discovery. I only think I got like 10 of them, but you can get, like I said, for every type of collectible, there's like a map associated with it. Some are found, most of them are like purchasable though. So like we're not gonna worry about getting every collectible here. Mainly this is just focusing on all the trophies you can earn in this area. So now Antonio tells you need a camera, right? You're gonna need it for the rest of the game, but grab this letter because this opens up another fieldwork opportunity for the Mad Priest, which I don't even have footage of here. It's self-explanatory, but you need to get that letter to unlock like the starting point of it. So this is Ernesto, I think his name is. But these are the books. These two books right here will unlock where all the remaining books are on the map and all the mysteries. But you have to get the camera first. And you talk to him, and he's kind of reluctant to give you the camera, but he decides to for a good price, which he believes is a good price. I actually could have bought it right here, but what I decided to do was go and do some like side stuff to get more currency, and come back and buy the camera and the two pamphlets to unlock the location of everything. So from here I went to go do a Savage discovery. The professor's right here on your map. You need to talk to him. There'll be a pretty lengthy cutscene, and then you basically just follow your map. It'll tell you like where you need to go for every objective. But grab your repair kit here, and there's also a tarot card, the Fool, to pick up here. Just so our backtrack cleanups are going to be a lot shorter by grabbing as many collectibles as you can, especially the ones that are kind of in like places you would only go one time, connected to a mission. But I wanted to show you this because this also leads to a trophy in the future. Each main hub area has a underground boxing ring, and this is the location of it. Can't get in because you need to have the right attire to enter. So, and I'm not going to cover that in this video. That'll be in the cleanup videos. But I just wanted to show you the location of it, so it's on your map. Now here, another random trophy. I think I mentioned earlier that there's like 3 different trophies for eating 3 specific foods in each area, and that's the cornetto, I believe it's called. It basically looks like a croissant, so you'll know it when you see it, and you'll unlock the little horn trophy there. This is another random one that you should earn naturally if you kind of follow my guide, for taking 50 pictures. Like, I know I don't have the camera yet, but I figured I'd just throw this one in here because you'll get Shutterbug for it. You should get it in this Vatican area. Now we're continuing on with the Savage Discovery. You can see it takes you to many different places, and this place here, the excavation site, you can actually earn like 2 of the combat ones, like back to back, and I have video footage of it. So here now we're at the excavation site, and I mean, I suggest stealthing through it, but you can kind of like knock out 2 birds with 1 stone here. And then if you die, or you could like restart the checkpoint and then go in like full stealth. But also right here, there's another book that you can just grab called Open Season. You can read the description there, what it does. But yeah, now we're gonna go for one of the trophies. But before we do, you're gonna want to like duck in stealthily and make it through this area. Because there's some collectibles in here needed for the mission itself. There's some money also, so grab that money, not the bottle. That's another minor annoyance. Sometimes you'll grab something that you're not trying to grab, but grab this dig site schedule. You need that to figure out you're looking for a certain specific person, Giuseppe, down there, and it tells you where to find them. So now this is going to be the Little Tumble trophy. I seen an opportunity and I took it. There's a guard walking across this bridge. If you use the whip to pull him towards you and grab him, then you just push him over here a little bit and then push him off, and you get the trophy, a Little Tumble. Bam. And then right after that, offensive defense. So it's for basically like taking down an enemy using nothing but like block, like counterattacks. So bam, there's one. Wait for him to hit you again, block that one, and then smack. Offensive defense, easy peasy. Now at this point, you could just restart the checkpoint and then finish the mission and go back to the professor, and you get the Savage Discovery trophy. Now here, I'm going to buy the camera and the 2 pamphlets, and I think there's a trophy for buying the camera, but for whatever, it didn't like record, and I didn't have any like screenshot for it. So I believe there is a trophy for just buying the camera in general. And then if you went my route, you can buy both of these for later use. It's the mysteries and it's the books. So if you buy both of these, it'll unlock on your map like everywhere you can find a book or a mystery. And then there's another quick trophy we get here for taking a picture of Ernesto. It's called Echo. And here is a main area, like the main, later on in one of the last parts of the main mission here. So I figured I'd show you this location now, because I wasn't going to show you this part of the mission. But there's a really good book to find in this location, and it's actually new to the game. I don't think it's like a PlayStation exclusive, but they probably added it, to the Xbox version or the PC version. Because I know it wasn't in when I originally played it. And I read that there's actually 2 new books, but I can't remember the name of the other one or if I've even collected it. But this is Sleight of Hand. So what it does is when you disarm an enemy, it's going to automatically like fling their weapon towards you. Which if you're fast enough you can catch in midair, which I've only been able to do once, but either way it brings the weapon like basically right to your feet. So works really well for guns if enemies are shooting at you. Just a really cool book to have for sure. Now this one is actually much later when I've already been to the next location, but there's a trophy for revisiting a location, and I threw this in here because I used it on purpose, filling in the blanks, see, just for revisiting. So I went back to the Vatican because I was looking through my notes and I missed two trophies that were required to do these field works. I just completely missed out on them. One is a nun in trouble, this is the cutscene for it here. That's a main character in the game. Her name is Gina. But what you need here is this inscription to complete another side quest, and it marks all the inscriptions on your map except for this one because it's in an area you only can visit by doing the nun in trouble. So go ahead and do that, knock that out, finish the mission, and you'll get the trophy for that. And then also it kind of leads you directly into this area where you can find the throttle book, and there's a safe that kind of has some cool stuff in it. Little nod to like Indy Senior, or Henry Senior I should say. But after you're done with that, go ahead and pop all the photos on there, and that gives you the Path of Junia trophy. And then another relic too on the table. There's the one for the Mad Priest field mission, and this one's just for collecting 50 notes, which you should get naturally. And this is our last trophy here as we're completing our first run through the Vatican. So hope you like the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Applersky out.